Hey Bearcat fans, welcome to another edition of This Week in Bearcat Athletics. Well, the Northwest basketball teams got a doubleheader sweep at Southwest Baptist on Saturday. The men remain unbeaten and #1 in the country. And the track and field teams, they were back in action last weekend in Lincoln, Nebraska. We'll have more on all that coming up on This Week in Bearcat Athletics.
It was a record-setting week last week for the Northwest Missouri State men's basketball team with wins at Central Missouri and Southwest Baptist. The Bearcats have now won 20 straight MIAA regular season games, breaking an 86-year-old MIAA record set by a Northwest team coached by the legendary Henry Iba. The Cats also remain unbeaten and atop the national rankings heading into this week with 2 home games. The Bearcat team was able to grow its depth with the injury to Anthony Woods. Xavier Kurth had taken his place in the starting lineup and performed well. Woods has made his return to the lineup against Central last week, and Coach Ben McCullum says they now have a lot more depth at that position.
Especially defensively, because Zave's a different defender than Anthony. Anthony's a different defender than Chris, and so we've got 3 defensive players. Chris is probably the best of both worlds. Xavier can really bring energy defensively. He can get some O-boards, and then Anthony really can shut guys down. And so we've got 3 excellent defenders now, and it adds that depth where those guys can stay fresh if we've got a guy that's running off a bunch of screens. And then offensively, they're 2 different types of people. You go from Anthony, who's going to drive at you, finish, back cut, get a few O-boards. Zave, on the other hand, is going to get a ton of O-boards, back cut some, and can shoot a little bit. So, yeah, it helps our depth a lot, and we'd like to get out to 8, which that's currently what we're playing.
Thursday, the Bearcats will play Nebraska Kearney, the second-place team in the MIAA with a record of 5-2. The Lopers have played their last 7 games at home, winning 6 of those, including their last game out against Fort Hays State. The Bearcats will play Hays in a Saturday afternoon matchup at Bearcat Arena this week as well. The Northwest women's team ended a 9-game losing streak with a win over Southwest Baptist in Bolivar Saturday. It was also the first MIAA win of the year for the Cats. In that game, 3 players scored in double figures, led by Arbery Benson, who had 23 points to go along with 8 rebounds. Jasmine Howe hit 4 threes and finished with 20 points, and Tanya Meyer hit 4 threes to finish with 19 points. Northwest women's coach Buck Shield says a win can do a lot for the morale of a team.
I could tell an immediate difference at practice yesterday, and that was one of the things I talked about with them. Like I mentioned earlier, don't be a one-game wonder. We have to come out every day this week of practice and step on the floor Thursday and maintain that momentum that we gained on Saturday. Otherwise, you have to start all over again. And Kearney's a tough team. They're a lot better than they look on paper, and so we can't take them lightly at all.
The Bearcat women will be looking for a second straight win Thursday when they host Nebraska Kearney. The Lopers are 0-7 in MIAA play. Northwest will also play Fort Hays State Saturday afternoon, a team that has won 8 straight games and is 14-2 on the season. 2 distance runners set the tone for the Northwest Missouri State indoor track and field teams in Lincoln, Nebraska last weekend. The teams performed at the Devaney Sports Center on the University of Nebraska campus, and Friday Brandon Phipps won the men's 5,000 meters on the men's side, and Samuel Lorenzo finished second in the women's 5K. On day 2 of the event, Audrey Wishman hit a provisional mark in the high jump with a leap of 5 feet 5 inches and was 6th overall. The men's distance medley relay team of Joe Anger, Ryan Cox, Derek Templeman, and Tim Grunmeyer took the top spot in their event with a time of 10 minutes, 10 seconds. The track and field athletes will be off this weekend, and then next week, a few athletes will be at the Nebraska Kearney Multis, with others taking part in the Concordia University Classic in Seward, Nebraska. That's This Week in Bearcat Athletics. For producer Andrew Sherry, I'm Matt Gorder.